His family committee. Have you ever boarded on an airplane? What would your life be like if that friend was hijacked by North Korean spies and you were detained in North Korea, where you were compelled to become a North Korean citizen and forever be separated from your wife and children back in your home country? In the photography, the little boy is me, and the man holding me is my father. My family told me my father loved me very much. In the winter of 1969, I was just 2 years old. My father boarded a plane to go on a business trip, but the plane was hijacked and then was detained in North Korea. In captivity, this is what my father is crying out: "Send me back home. Honor the international law, the customary law, the humanitarian principle, and send me back to my home. Give me back to my family, please." Despite his outcry, he was taken away like an animal to the slaughterhouse to some unknown place. My father's name is Hwang. He was 32 years old back then. He was a media man, a producer with the MBC. MBC is a TV broadcasting station in Korea. On December 11, 1969, Korean Air YS-11 was hijacked just 10 minutes after its takeoff at 12:25 p.m. by one of the North Korean spy sleeper agent. Pressure from the international community highlighting criticism made in North Korean resident to promise that it will repatriate all the passengers on the plane. That was February 4th, 1970. But then, on the 14th, the North retracted and broke its original promise, returning only 39 passengers out of 46. Testimony of 39 people who returned revealed that 4 crew members and 7 other passengers, including my father's, were being detained against their will by the regime. Those 11 people are still in North Korea. They cannot come home. My father was an avid believer in the rule of law. He believed in the power of the international law, the humanitarian principle, that this will be the basis of his release. He also believed that he would be sent back into the arms of his family. However, the 39 people who did return said, during the indoctrination class, 2 his old abductees were forced to attend. My father logically refuted the communist ideology one by one, and because of that, he was taken away by the soldiers for 14 days. When he came back, he was worn out from unspeakable tortures. On January 1st, 1970, he strongly argued to be sent back home. He sang a song titled "Gagopa," meaning "I want to go back" in Korea. He kept singing the song as the soldier dragged him out. Other abductees have not seen nor heard from him since. Based on the detailed testimonies of 39 abductees who returned to South Korea, international community of Red Cross, ICRC, demanded North Korea to repatriate the rest of the hijacked victims. But North Korea claimed that these 11 people were there because they wished to remain in the communist nation. This preposterous, irrational claim was not consistent with the testimony of 39 peoples. So the ICRC delivered a notice through third parties that he would like to check if these wishes were truly out of their free will. However, once again, the nurse accepted or requested. Because of this malicious act against humanity, International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO adopted a resolution at its 70th special meeting, pressuring North Korea to return the plane, and the rest of the hijacked peoples so that they would be back on track to the plane's original destination. The UN Security Council Resolution 286 of September 9, 1970, also appealed to all parties so the passengers and the flight crew who were detained against their will would be released immediately. Furthermore, during the 25th UN General Assembly, member states unanimously adopted a resolution reproaching illegal act of aircraft hijacking. Despite this international outcry, North Korea denied repatriation of 11 KAL hijacked victims. Of course, they are not still at home to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, what North Korea has done, kidnapping of foreign nationals, elusively avoided responsibility for the disappearance of the people is a far more serious crime than you reckon. That is why the UN Human Rights Council, UNHCR, expresses grave concern for hijacking and the disappearance of foreign nationals. This cruel and atrocious crimes against the human being should be met with consequences. Victims are limited to just me as the family of the other peoples. It is the crime against you, against all of us. When it comes to massive abductions and the disappearance of victims, the whole criminal act takes place behind the veils. Crimes like these are extremely hard to uncover. I endeavored the last 50 years in the hope to meet my fathers during the course of my actions. I found a silver lining to bring justice upon North Korean illegal action. In 1983, North Korea ratifies the Convention for the Suppression of Unlawful Seizure of Aircraft and the Convention on Offenses and certain other acts committed on board aircraft. According to these two treaties, the hijacked Korean Air YS-11 is still considered to be traveling on air. Also, the convention provided solid legal ground for the immediate return of the 11 victims. In 2012, through Working Group of Enforced or Involuntary Disappearance, WGEID, under the UNHCR, North Korea sent me a message regarding my father. It read, Hwang In is not the victim of enforced or involuntary disappearance. Therefore, the case is not a humanitarian concern. But this only raises more questions for the North Korea authority to answer before the world. Why is it that the North cannot confirm if my father is dead or alive? And how is it not the case of enforced disappearance? Why is it not a matter of humanitarian concern when my father could not even once, was free to express his free will on the North Korean detainment. The hijack of 1969 won't be hidden in the shadow forever. North Korean regime's denial won't be able to hide the truth forever. Our international law, customary law, humanitarian principle, and the Convention for the Suppression of Unlawful Seizures of Aircraft all clearly demonstrated that this is an active case, a case that should be dealt with justifiable humanitarian means. Now is the time we make North Korea pay for its past wrongdoings. Now is the time we uncover the truth and make the perpetrator pay for their crime. Private aircraft hijacking case must be brought to justice, and all abductees victims must be repatriated without exception. This is the justice of our time. I appeal to you all because you are the heart and the conscience of today's generation. Please help me bring my father back. Bring all 11 of them back. This might be the last chance for us to see any of them alive. Help me fight for the justice and let us prevent the next tragedy which will create more victims and the families mourning for them. What you can do is spreading the word. Show North Korea, show the world that we haven't forgotten them. Follow the manual will bring change so we urgently need. Today, I would like to ask all of you here to help me in pressing for the immediate and unconditional release of my father. There is not a single reason in the world that my father should be detained in North Korea. For 47 years, the North Korean government rejected my father's right to express his will. I strongly demand the North Korean authority. I strongly demand the repatriation of my father right away to North Korean government. Help me, please. Thank you very much.